Hello, everyone. I am your host Shashi with you all on Global Women Dialogue Talk Show. As you know, we are here bring women from around the globe and in the same way to create more voice for women and by women. And in today's our speaker series, our guest is connecting with us from Bosnia Herzegovina. She is Marijela. So, welcome, Marijela. She is an accomplished leader in cultural management, performing arts, and politics. She is the first women director of National Theatre of Sarajevo. And since it is founded, it's the only theater run by the government, and she was the first women director in the last 100 years of history. Along with that, she has an architecture degree and extensive set designing experience. She is credited for bringing the audience back to theater with a lot of efforts and graceful essence. Along with that, when we are talking about in the last 100 years of history, I believe she must be having more than that, what I'm talking about, to share her experiences. Because during that period, I am aware, and as well as I believe our audience and all you are aware, that the particular that region has gone through by a lot of historical events and eventualities. So we will hear from her how theater was giving and how it was creating impact in particular human and in society. So let's welcome our today's speaker, as she's serving currently as a technical director. After playing a role as a director of National Theatre, she is currently serving as a technical director of National Theatre of Sarajevo. So welcome, Marijela, on Women Dialogue Talk Show.
Thank you very much for this wonderful introduction of myself. And I'm very, very excited and happy to be in Women's Dialogue and to talk to you. So I always love to take opportunities to share my professional stories and also my private stories, because I love to always to hear some of other women's stories which inspire us and help us to go through some lots of things and matters which are important for our growing and for who we are. So I'm very, very excited talking to you, and I hope this talk show is going to help to others and it's going to inspire them anyway.
Thank you. And I really love the way you are sharing your energy and your passion for your work, as well as having that, the same passion for Women Dialogue. So let's start talking about you, as you said, as you have in your life. So let's knowing first about the place where you grew up. Who is Marijela? How she grew up? What kind of circumstances she had in her childhood? What kind of those situation taught her lesson about life as she reached on the very highest position in her country of National Theatre. So how she reached? Let's hear from you.
Well, thank you for that. So getting back
I know I put a lot of questions in at one time for you, but take your own pace.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that. So getting back to my childhood, well, I can picture myself as a very, very creative, lively, small little girl. And she was always communicated with other world by drawings. And she was always trying to find some original way to talk about the eyesight world. So for me, being very, very young, even when I was in my primary school, they actually discover that I'm having a very great talent for drawings, and I'm a very, very good painter. So I can tell that by that age, I decided that I'm going to follow that talents, and that I discovered that's going to be my dreams. And by that time, I felt I have such a huge passion for drawings. And so I created in my head, I'm going to be architect one day, because I was thinking it is wonderful to be in an environment where you can design some beautiful buildings and homes, etc. The places where people can live, spend their energies, where they're going to create their lives. So I was thinking that is quite important for me. So everything in my educations was leading me to become and maybe great architect, but life was having a little bit different plan with me. Because when I was on the last stage at my university, I studied architecture, of course. Um, Actually, wartime started in Sarajevo. If I can remind you that we did have, unfortunately, the siege of Sarajevo. That is actually the biggest siege in one Sarajevo in former history, in world history. So by that time, I joined the theater just because I felt I have to do something. I have to do something regarding helping to others. And actually, by that time, theater really hugged me and served me as my second home. So I felt such a wonderful, extraordinary creative energy. And then when I finished my first set design for one drama piece, which we were working by that time, I realized that actually that is my architecture, that I'm ready to work on the stage, not only to building some buildings. Actually, on the stage, I am building all new worlds. I'm building something completely different, and that is actually so very open, with lots of freedom, and it's giving me such a great palette of colors, intuition, meditation. It's giving me lots of other opportunities to express myself. And so I fall in love. I fall in love with the theater. I fall in love with not only set and also with the costume design. It is wonderful to create these beautiful costumes for the actresses, for opera singers, for ballet dancers. And that is actually all together, it is visual expression of one performance. So that was a period that was actually a period of 93 when I started seeing myself as a growing set and costume designer. And everything else what came later, it was just a natural growing of a combination of my passion and my talent and my love to theater. And so on 2000 year, I actually became part of the National Theatre as a technical director. And by that time also, I was working for the two international festivals here in Sarajevo. So that is very famous Sarajevo Winter Festival and also Festival Mess. I was working as technical director. So what is interesting about that job? On the festivals, you are leading the group of people which are in charge for the production of the performances. And also you are meeting and you are communicating with so many people from all around the world. And also you have to speak in English or some other language. And so that is giving you this beautiful feeling of this globe environment that actually what is art actually is giving to all of us, this wonderful community of people who are working in a culture. And so that actually gave me a tool that gave me some new way of prospection, some new way of using my talent. So very easy, I became technical director in National Theatre. And let me just give you a brief introduction of our theater. So we are established in 1921, and this year we are celebrating the 100 years of existence.
Wow.
That is kind of really, really amazing. And why we are so important is because we are the only theater in our small country, Bosnia Herzegovina, which includes these three different artistic departments. So that's mean drama, opera, and ballet. And so that's why it is so huge and so important for me to work in this area, because it gave me lots of different opportunities to express myself. So for almost now 21 years, I'm a technical director, and from 2050 till 2080, I was a general director of National Theatre, and proudly I can tell the first woman being director in 100 years of existing of National Theatre. So to be honest, I'm not so happy that I'm the first one, and I hope I'm not going to be only one. So just like this, I'm so pleased to invite other women to start developing themselves in this environment, in this cultural area, because we really need the powerful women, which really, I know many of them, they have beautiful talents. And so just by myself and what I was doing, I hope I shall inspire others to encourage them to start working just as I am. So being a director, it was a huge responsibility. And that actually also gave me lots of others contacts with other great people from all around the world, because we were traveling, we were on many festivals, we were having lots of we actually won lots of prizes and lots of competitions. Our artists are so wonderful, and of course we have a huge cultural history. We are small, but we can give a lot. And that is where I'm very proud, and I hope people will recognize that in the future, and I hope that other theaters will also cooperate with National Theatre. So here I am by moment. I got back on my previous position. And so I'm still now doing as a technical director, but also I developed myself in these political positions, working as a city councillor, just because I realize, yes, that it is not enough to be to work just from inside. And so that's why I discovered that I have many opportunities to help culture, to help theaters, not only theaters and culture, also to education, and also others very sensitive social area. So just like this, I'm in political environment in the center of creating of decisions, where I can maybe make some movements, and I can help some decisions which can either be progressive concerning some needs, what we really need in a theater, in a culture, education, etc. So so here I am, working very hard, working a lot, and I love it. And so this is just briefly who Marijela is. But I forgot to say that I'm as first very good person, big heart, and I love to help people. And so this opportunity is also giving me chance to help other people. So that's why I'm very happy and pleased to be able to help them.
Thank you. And it's really wonderful to hear from you as a Marijela, who is she and how she is creating this legacy, if I say like in other terms, giving an impact on women's life in upcoming generation to come, to show up their creativity, to show up their perseverance and resilience in their life by whatever passion they have, by creativity, by their work, as you did in your life and you are doing in your life. So, Marijela, when we are talking about theater, it is a place where you bring everything. In summarize, you bring your emotions, you bring social environment, you bring political environment, you bring culture, and you, in a very summarize, you reflect as a maybe what the person is, what the country is, and whatever topic we are trying to project, whether it is a social cause or political cause. And I believe you did well in your career time, and you are doing. So when we are talking about it, did you find many, maybe in your career time, when some kind of causes, some kind of, in theater, when we try to project, when we try to show, it creates positive, but sometimes it creates a lot of negative pressure as well. And if that's so, how you deal that?
Well, of course, each professional growings is consisting of both sides, even positive and negative.
Yeah.
And I mean, I faced something what was kind of really bad in a way, what crashed myself just in my heart, in my head, when I needed to politically resign my position. I'm talking openly about that because I know this happenings everywhere. And I think that is not good, that this kind of position, especially in the culture, that they are connected with these political interests in a way that some kind of political party is going to have some interest to install their members of their parties on some positions. So I think it's very important if people are having results, if they are working good, if that results are in a way giving to the society all the goodness, if you having lots of success, that these people needs to have all what they need to continue their good work.
Right.
But of course, sometimes that is not happening. And
Right.
I did face that, and it was kind of really such a huge media pressure. Even we are a small town, a small country, and people know me. I'm familiar face to them, and so they recognize actually the signature of that. I can tell incident, or but they stopped a wonderful work by that time. And so I was having many chances to talk with other people from the cultural industry about this. And just by moments, just before maybe a few weeks, I was talking with one actress. She's from Turkey, and just because of some problems, they're not letting her to work properly, and they're not giving her opportunity to work. And I think that is very bad. And so how we can actually struggle with that? What will be my messages? First, you have to know that you done everything well. That's all what you think, what you do, that is absolutely correct. You have to be absolutely self-confident in yourself. And that's nobody and nothing can persuade you that something was wrong. So that is very important, because that can actually affect you really in the way that you can get, that you can feel insecurity, that you think that you cannot, that you are actually not good enough to continue, and that is very bad. So by that matter, I'm just sending a message that you always need to stay forward and focused, and just trust yourself. And I said, these are my dreams, and nobody is going to take away my dreams away from me.
Right.
So I just follow my heart. I follow my dreams. And so, yes, we need to work. Women need to work very, very hard, but even double as men's. But if you love it, if that is your way of your self-being, so you have to do everything to get back on the right track and just continue. So I continue. So here I am 3 years later, very, very positive, extremely positive. And I took away from that experience, actually from that negative experience, all the positive effects. So in the way that next time I shall recognize the situation, the people, the reflections. So I think next time maybe I can react even better on that situation. So
Yeah.
so that was one of my extreme experiences.
Right.
Otherwise, of course, during a war, your work that you're facing lots of situation in a way that the theater work is a teamwork.
Right.
I used to say we are not painters. We and the painting and nobody else. No. For me, for example, as set designer, I have to cooperate with directors first, because we have to, as first, to put the performances in some period, like either that is over daytime or that is some future time, whatever. And so we have to talk about the style of performances and etc. So lately on, when you make the first drawings, the drawings are going that to the workshop. In a workshop,
Right.
you're meeting the people who's going to build that. And of course,
Right.
you have to be able to express your idea, not only through drawings, and you
Yes.
have to be qualified enough to express your ideas that they can make it. So when it's ready, then it's coming on a stage again to other hands, which they're going to build and which they're going to work with your set during performance. So it's
Right.
many people are involved in actually all of this process, all of this artistic process. And so in that environment, you really have to have a wonderful way of talking to people and to know how to cooperate with them. And so sometimes you can meet directors which they can just naturally open you, but sometimes they will close you. So all of that is natural. That is not some extreme situation. But
So,
of course, you have.
So, Marijela, when you were talking about like when we cross the path and we meet automatically all the level of directors and all, some are naturally welcoming, some are close. And in same time, when we are talking about theater, it is a place where you express your, as we were talking about, and we see it's a place of expression. It's a place of free movement. And when we are bringing about that during your career time, some of the world history moments took place, and you found it's like as your second home, where you can feel a freedom of expression, freedom of act what you want to do. Do you find it's carrying the same value, or it has changed over a period of time?
Oh yes, actually, I can tell it's changed. I mean, I feel a little sorrow for this period of time when we were working during the war period, because by that time, sorrow in positive way. I mean, even that sounds maybe very strange, that we got such a explosive emotions, creative emotions working in a theater by that time during the siege of Sarajevo. That was something unforgettable. You know, I mean, we didn't have food, water, nothing. but we were having a need to share, need to express, need to feel the human, the human something that's pure from inside. And so, I mean, being on the stage, being in theater environment was like some kingdom, like you are beyond the end of the world. And so, I mean, every day we were this thin cross line between dead, between being alive or dead.
Yes.
So, yeah, talking about any story in the theater was wow, was something so amazing. And that really gave us strength to struggle with all what we faced by that time. So I sometimes I really feel sorry for we kind of forgot about that pure lines and some very soft emotions. Everything else, when you come to the system is giving you this kind of very strict way of existing, not only in economical way that reflecting of course the culture and the life, then it's self-production. So you have to follow some specific rules, of course. And or maybe I was younger and everything was so wonderful for me. But and also I think kind of we are missing the people who has real love for the theater work. And I think generally that is happening everywhere, because you really need to be devoted with this job, because this is something so specific. So the things change in the matters that productions change, and the productions change in the way that now we have different style of creating because technology changed, and now we have lots of using the video and lots of using the new electrical equipment, lights, etc. So the set design changed that in this materialistic way, and so of course the productions change in that, not only technical matters, in the approach to how you telling the story to people, and which message you are sending. I mean, so what didn't change, that a theater is actually can make a dialogue with the people, with the audience, only in the theater. And that is actually what we experienced during this pandemic, because only, I mean, theater tries to do and to work something over the online project, etc. But that is not the same. That is really, because you really need these live communications with audience. You have to have this, I'm calling that the circle of energy, because you sending the energy outside from the stage to audience, and audience is giving back energy to the stage. And so we are not viral, absolutely art. We just live in the theater, and theater will always live in any kind of time being. Because people definitely need to be outside from any other structure which will divide them. Doesn't matter is that ethnically or politically or whatever, but in a theater we are all same, we are all equal. And we sharing the emotions. Of course we all differently is going to accept the emotions, but in the theater we are all audience. And so people love to experience that feeling, and I think they're not going to give up of the theater, never.
Yeah, I like the positivity, as we know, like due to a lot of techno environment, technological development. People are connecting more through technology, but as you said, the essence of theater, the feeling through theater, the emotions go through theater when between audience and the stage, the interaction, invisible interaction, which plays very significant role, I think, in each of our life. So, Mariela, when we are talking all about you, as you mentioned, you have taken some political role. How you are seeing your experiences are aligning with your political role, as well as your political role is giving strength to your theater work as well.
Well, I think I mentioned just a little bit of that. For some point, I'm now middle generation, and I felt that I have done a lot for the theater from inside, and I can't see much progress from myself from this point. So I got this opportunity to work from outside and to use
Right.
these political tools
Yeah.
in a matter of helping to theater.
Right.
And so I recognize that, and I'm very, very pleased that I can use that in a right way. So, for example, just recently, I was able to open just like a process about the recovering the facade, very now old facade of our building.
Wonderful.
So I was having a chance to open up that subject, and so the council, the city council, they made decision that all together that this is very important, and actually we send the message which face of the culture we want to see, that we want to see new, fresh face of the culture, and that we want to support that. So by that way, I shall be very, very strong with that, and I'm going to use all my authority, my capabilities, and helping to culture. And I hope this will lead me on the good points, and that all society will enjoy effects of that.
Definitely, as we believe, when we are following with our hard work and passion, we achieve for good for society and good for self. So, Mariela, when we are talking about all years of experience, all of your work, you are showing each point of time your own leadership on your or your own passion. How you define your leadership qualities?
Oh, well, I can tell that what helped me actually my very light personality. When I say this, it's actually helped me to recognize that, for example, I'm leading almost 100 groups of people. When I was director, I was leading about 200, a little bit more people. You have to be able to recognize quality of each of them. You have to be able to recognize sometimes that they are not every day ready to express their capabilities for any reason. And you have to be able to know how to use their capacity by that day. And for me, everybody's from the receptioner desk to the director. For each of we have many of like professionals in the theater, professionals in the theater, like apart from artistic department, actors and dancers and singers, but also in techniques we have people like hairdresser, costume like makers, we have electricians, we have locksmiths men, we have carpenters, we have many people. So you have to know how to be authority to them in a way to really respect themselves as their character as first, and the second their profession. So I think I'm very easy by that, And I think that actually helped me to stay well for all of this more than 2 decades. So, and beside that, I think it's very important, of course, that you have all of your knowledge about what you do, because you can be authority just if you have knowledge about what we're talking about. So,
Right.
so definitely, yeah, definitely, you have to take that as your masterpiece tools, and always go with your heart and with lots of respect. And I think that way the things will go well. That is
Wonderful.
my recipe.
And that recipe, would you like to share with the same, or any other message would you like to share with our audience and our listeners?
Of course, of course. Well, yes, that's absolutely
Something else would you like to add for them to maybe as a message or something?
Message will be definitely always follow your hearts, and always trust your needs, and work on yourself every day, and enjoy in every second of your life. Try to help to other people if you can, and try to be a good example of yourself as first as human being, as a second as you working in your profession, and put a passion in everything what you do, because passion is energy, and that will lead you on the right place where you have to be. Thank you so much.
That's powerful, and that's really, as we can feel the reflection from your own life, your career, and the same way the reflection of the need as we are sitting on a women dialogue. So last but not least, what way you see a platform like this as a women dialogue is important or needed?
I admire this opportunity to share the stories, and to see other women fighting, and trying to find their own paths. And so this is very good media which can connect us, and to give us other way maybe of the opportunities to struggle with all things which we need to face during our professional work, and also our private lives. So any media which is helping to each others, for me, is good. So I admire to Women Dialogues, and I admire to you as representative of this. And thank you so much for this idea. And I think I have seen that you passed almost hundreds talk shows. Am I right? So
121. Thank you.
Wonderful. So you see, I mean, I remember that. And so, I mean, for me also, this was very important to send my message, to send the story from one small but very important country, from Bosnia Herzegovina. And so I hope my message will come straight to all other hearts, and that is all thanks to you and Women Dialogue. So I just cannot imagine our lives without you now. So here you are, stick with us. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Marijela, and thank you for having such powerful word for Women Dialogue, as well as giving your time, sharing your story, your work with our audience, with our this global platform where we are connecting and bringing more than 68 countries, women, as well as all audience, all genders. And I wish you all the very best, all the very, all the success for your future, for your present. And for our audience, as you hear from our today's speaker, Marijela, she shared about her experience from little girl where she was having her creative idea, a dream to become where she want to be, as well as where she can express her creativity. As you can see, you can hear, you found her in a real way, real women, real stories. She is sharing where she is today as a city council member, as well as a technical director of National Theatre. And I believe the same way, if you are following your perseverance and your passion with your hard work, we can achieve what we want. So we are here to grow together and to develop together. I hope it inspired you, it motivate you. If you have any other question or any other kind of query with me or with Women Dialogue or Marijela, put in the comment below, as well as we are providing in the description the link for Marijela if you would like to get connect with her directly regarding any work queries. Get connect with her, as well as let us know if you have any query. And please do like, share, and subscribe. And along with that, we are putting a link for donation, as we are running another project for underprivileged women and girl children. And if we will be helpful if you can support us so we can continue our project for them. Thanks a lot. And with this note, I will see you next time with one more story to inspire, to motivate you to grow together, to develop together. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.